You know that moment when you tried on half of your closet and you still have no idea what to wear? Lately it feels like everyone around me is saying the same thing. I have no idea what to wear right now. And I get it, because believe it or not, we stylists feel the same from time to time. That weird in-between season, shiny sun 1 minute, chilly breezy the next, your closet turns into a minefield. You put something on, take it off, put it back on, and after the third try, you start whispering things like, I hate everything I own. That's when I know I've lost the plot. But here's the thing. The problem isn't that we've run out of good clothes, it's that we've run out of clarity. And that's exactly why I started using what I call the 3P solution, which I talked about before, by the way. But boy, is it so worth repeating. It's simple, almost silly, and that's why I love it so much. Because it's the thing that saves me every single time I start spiraling in front of my closet. There's something about the change of the seasons that messes with your internal compass. You're excited for sweaters, coats, that one perfect boot that makes your life feel put together. But then, new colors, new silhouettes, no algorithms whispering you need this. And somewhere between your saved post and your storage bins, your ability to decide disappears. I call it seasonal overload. That delicious but dangerous mix of excitement and confusion. Because the truth is, style doesn't come from wearing everything you love all at once. It comes from editing, from knowing what to wear that day. And that's where the 3P solution comes in. You strip your outfit formula down to 3 things. Here's how it works. Any type of top, a pair of pants or a skirt if you prefer, and a jacket or coat. That's it. Everything else, shoes, accessories, jewelry, becomes secondary. It sounds restrictive, but it's actually freeing. Because when you start with just those 3, you remove the emotional chaos of what if. It's much like clearing your desk before starting a new project. Once the clutter is gone, you can think. What this does is create mental space. You earn the bandwidth to focus on the details that actually define your style. When your 3 pieces are locked in, the right proportions, the right fabrics, the right tone, and by the way, the preferred inner layers is pretty simple too. A crew neck or sweater or a tissue-thin turtleneck. And you suddenly have the energy to become intentional with the rest. And that's where your personality lives. That's when you think, maybe today I'll mix metals, or what if I wear my giant rhinestone earrings with these boyfriend jeans? The big pieces anchor you. The little ones tell your story. Now for the fun bit. I'll show you how it works. The other day I started with my usual suspects. A gray jacket, gray knit turtleneck, white leg trousers. It felt fine, predictable, which incenses me to take a bigger risk with my pants. So I swapped them to these silk sweater pants. Because when the base is simple, you have room for delightful nonsense. And that's where style magic happens. Now for the skirt lovers out there who are in the mood for something a little bit more daring, a bundle top and a leather skirt. And this is an opportunity to get weird down there with black sheer socks and white shoes, for example. Now let's take a long sterling coat and flare jeans. With that novel jacket as opposed to a classic one, you can keep the inner layers very straightforward. Sweater and white tee. Or you can completely surprise yourself. The soldier jacket here gives the look structure and a subtle edge, creating a polished silhouette that immediately elevates the simplest of outfits. Pairing it with wide-leg trousers balances the structure with movement, flowy, comfortable, and elongating. These trousers make every step feel confident and grateful. And then there's the scarf, the final piece that ties it all together. Whether draped loosely for an effortless feel or tied more precisely for a sharp finish, it brings color, texture, and personality to the outfit. Together, these three pieces form a formula that's both versatile and chic, perfect for a day at the office, a casual lunch, or even a weekend outing. Lately, I've been reaching for denim blazers. It's got that crisp structure that a blazer has, yet a calmness that only denim provides, that feels like a palate cleanser that relaxes everything. Paired with a thin turtleneck and flare trousers, grounded, effortless, sane. But the addition of the chain belts adds a whimsical effect that is what carries this outfit. Not many people would think of styling a denim shirt under a leopard print blazer. But when you have this concept of three pieces in mind, everything becomes effortless. Which allows you to perhaps pair multiple wildcards together with basics, like black pants, for example. It's a proof that casual and bold can coexist. Polished, playful, and effortlessly modern. The kind of outfit that does all the thinking so you don't have to. Now back to skirts. I've been wearing one a lot. There's a natural elegance about it that I love, especially when it's styled with long soft boots and a humble turtleneck. It feels like I'm in a safe terrain. But then if I start feeling a little bit mundane, I can go ahead and add a scarf around my waist. Not just for texture, but also color, and it feels like I've nailed it. When you're going tried and true, what you often find is the simplicity with which the basics can carry you. But then the orange pumps injects a joke of confidence and personality. Clean, modern, and slightly playful. A look that stays understated right until it decides not to. And then there's that outfit. My reliable answer for the days I swear I have nothing to wear. I come back to this formula every fall. A shawl, black high-waist flare trousers, and a turtleneck. Then I finish with whatever I'm craving at the moment. This time is black sunglasses and a headband. This works because the turtleneck gives contrast and anchors the look. The flare pants add flow. And the shawl shapes. And finally, the stack of pins, the sunglasses, and the headband put it all together, adding flair. It's the perfect example of the three-piece solution doing its subtle magic. Structure, softness, and a touch of whimsical that makes the outfit feel intentional without trying too hard at all. Because sometimes the best looks are the simplest, until you realize it impacts you much more than you first thought it would. Now, navy and white is a color pairing that you know works every single time, period. But the problem is, when done with elevated pieces like a tweed jacket, sometimes it can look pretty one-dimensional. Hence the need to play with, let's say, less elevated items such as white denim, as well as some styling tweaks such as leaving the shirt slightly undone at the bottom. What I like about this outfit is that the jacket keeps it chic while the denim keeps it cool and casual. And finally, the shirt adds a bit of polish. It's a conversation between tones and styles that result in a look that is classic, modern, and fresh. 3 simple pieces that you probably have already in your closet and haven't paid too much attention to. That suddenly makes getting dressed so much easier and interesting. Think of this look as I have my life together even if I don't uniform. It's the classic black suit, white shirt, camel loafer trio. And the magic is how these 3 pieces instantly calm the chaos. The black suit gives you structure, clean lines, quiet authority, that subtle, I'm into do this energy. The crisp white shirt widely opens underneath like a breath of clarity, fresh, bright, and instantly sharpening everything. And then the camel loafers. They're the plot twist. They lend the look that nonchalance vibe that makes this look modern, grounded, and confidently relaxed. Together, these 3 play beautifully, sharp, effortless, and delivered, with that kind of understated polish that makes people think you know exactly what you're doing, even on the days you don't. The 3-piece solution isn't really about clothes. It's about creating a framework that makes room for your intuition again. When your foundation is simple, you start dressing from instinct, not insecurity. You stop chasing trends and start listening to your own taste again. That's when personal style becomes effortless. Not because it's easy, but because it's honest. So next time you find yourself staring at your closet thinking, I have no idea what to wear, try this. Start with 3 pieces: jacket, shirt, pants, or skirt. Let that be your structure. Then let your accessories, quirks, and attitude fill in the rest. Because dressing well isn't about finding something new. It's about rediscovering what you already own and what it says about who you are right now. And if that's not freedom, I don't know what is. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.